In previous video we talk about what are the sets. We talk about the proper set, the subset. We also talk about the belonging to meaning. Now let's talk about the set building form. In previous we talk about the roster form. Let's revise. The roster form is writing the all the element of a set in a commas using separating like an A, B and else. Okay, now we talk about the set building form. Set building is meaning that we build a set. So we know that a set is a same element which follow the same properties. Okay, so because since it follow the same property, so it means they follow the same rule. So the set in the set building we use that common property which is common all the element okay. So this common property we find and then we wrote in this form, and we notation simply that is this also we use this all this in both is called such that, okay, and we use brace, okay, that is curly brace. Okay, now for example, let's take in a real life. First of all, we take in mathematical way. So if we say that 2 4 6 8 this is a hypothetical 10 and 12, okay, this is in a roster form. So somebody says that please make it in a set building form. So we say that it is an common property, that is the multiple of 2n, and the value is less than equal to 12, that is 6, where n is 6. So we generally make a set building form like an A curly bracket brace, okay. So x is such that x is the value which provide the when x belonging to A means when all the to 1 become x value 2, these x are numbers. So x is such that, or simply x such that, both are same, that is x belonging to 2n, that is the property which use both, and where, and similar where the property which say that is n is less than equal to 6 and greater than equal to 1, that is n is less than equal to 6 and greater than equal to 1, and bracket close. So now we see that we build a set like an example. So if n is equal to 1, they 2, this 2, 4 and for 6 become 12. There is an example of such set building. This is a type of where for example you have a building like in wall, so it has same blocks, means they follow same material, the same cement, the same anything as the bricks. So this is an example of set building. For example, your principal says, we generally take an assembly case. So for example, your principal says that all the class 11th grade people's students which has the property, that is acquire the PCM, are separate out from the from the line. So this is an example of set building form where all the people which acquire the PCM are site in the assembly which held by your told by your principal. Or then an example of set building. So I gave you some questions. I hope you understand what I am saying. That for better understanding, please watch it out 1 2 to 3 times. If you understand, please write a black white sheet and explain someone else. Imagine like in 10 to 12th year people, student people. Okay, now like an example of say A E I O U, build a set, question 1. Second is imagine you are on market in a grocery shop, or case 1, or case 2, you are in a market, okay. So build a set using your own thinking after beyond your question, okay. And second question I gave you, using, if you understand, using your around think, build your own thinking question. That was the same part, but must do you this question, and if possible this, okay. Do not use cheat code. If you understand, like and subscribe.